Hey, it's Patrick, and today I'm going to show you how to put on Memphis Shade's BRL Race Bubble windscreen on a Road Glide. Now this install is going to be the same for 2015 to 2024 Road Glides. And like the name implies, this is a very racy part. You can see the shape of this is actually much different than the stock windshield. That's because it stretches all the way down here to the nose for those better aerodynamics, which means you're going to lose this vent, which in a race situation doesn't matter at all. But if you're going to run this on the street and you want to go full race mode on the street, you will lose that vent. What you're going to get is the best aerodynamic situation in a full tuck position as if you were racing. It isn't going to be the best wind protection if you're sitting up in a street situation, but if you want to go full race mode on the street with a performance bagger, this is going to be for you. This is made out of 1/8" Lucite. We have a clear version here. This also comes in a dark smoke. As far as tools we're going to need for the install, not going to be many. Just this Phillips screwdriver right here. So let's get to work. So the first thing we need to do is take off our stock windshield. We're going to take our Phillips screws out. Where this varies a little bit, on a normal windshield change, say we're going to a clockwork or something like that, we would just loosen these up and reuse these. We're not going to reuse the stock screws, so we're going to take the stock screws all the way out and take, of course, our windshield off. So we need to address a couple things. You can see we have a light in our vent here. This won't stop us at all from what we're doing. It's not going to be in the way. If you are using a true race fairing, that means if it's a real race bike and there's no inner fairing, they send some nuts. We're going to take the supplied hardware. The only difference in the install is going to be you're going to use a nut on the back side. Since we have a street bike, we won't be using that nut on the back side. We're also going to leave this window trim in place. Ours is a little dirty, but you need to leave this in place when you install that windshield. So let's get that windshield ready to get up here. So this is where this starts to differ a little bit than from a regular windshield install on a Road Glide. Right now, these holes are bigger than what you'd see in a stock or aftermarket windshield. So we have to put these little rubber grommets into each of these. Basically, we're just gonna pinch them down and put them in each hole till the rubber is laid flat on each side of the windscreen. All right, now that these are in, we're gonna get our insert and our hardware. So this is where there's a few more steps than a standard windshield. They give you this really nice insert that goes into the rubber grommet. And then we can drop the Phillips that they provide through there. But on the back side of the window, we have to put these little spacers in that go like this. And that's where it can get tricky. That spacer has to go in between the windshield and that rubber gasket. And then you have to find the well nut to tighten this up to. You can use the first one. You can put it on like this when you go to start the windshield, but I recommend taking the spacers and kind of laying them into place when you go to put the rest of these on there. It just kind of helps from having to try to hold everything all at once. So if a spacer does fall out, you can just, that's why I don't want you to tighten all these up just yet once you get them started. You can slip it back underneath the windshield, kind of work it back to where you need it to be. This is why I want us to leave the screws a little bit loose, because we need to put these little bumpers underneath the front lower edge of our bubble. These are going to help save your paint if you're using this on a street bike. And I want to make sure you get them pretty even. We're going to peel the backing off. We're going to lift up the windscreen, slide them underneath there, and then push it down. I like to put the sticky side up so it sticks to the windscreen and not my paint. Remember when you're tightening these up, these are going into a well nut, which is a brass insert inside a rubber sleeve that's expanding. So when you feel this thing start to tighten up, that's it. It's not gonna bottom out like a standard screw and nut. Just that easy. Now our bagger is in full-on race mode. Shouldn't take you very long. You can do this on the kickstand. You don't have to have a fancy lift. Probably take you 15 or 20 minutes with a Phillips screwdriver, maybe a little longer if you got to chase those little plastic inserts around your garage floor somewhere. If you're still looking for more information, go ahead and click that info tab on your desktop or mobile device. That'll take you to the product detail page where you can read other writers' reviews and more specs about this windshield. If you're still looking for more information, feel free to reach out to our customer service team. They would love to talk to you about what works best for you, your motorcycle, and your budget. I am Patrick. Thank you for watching. Now go work on those motorcycles.